It's the only way it can work for Paris Saint-Germain. I think it's a very good choice for Paris Saint-Germain. And I think for me, personally, a better choice than Nagelsmann, because with a bigger authority and, again, with the bigger past.
How does this, if at all, affect the future of Mbappe, Jules?
It's a good question. I expect them to have a chat very, very quickly. Like we've been saying, Kylian, I think, is going to run down his contract. Could a really good season under Luis Enrique change his mind about extending? Maybe, or certainly the club will hope for that, for sure. I mean, let's say they get really close to the Champions League and just, I don't know, miss out. Then maybe we'll feel, okay, the dynamic is positive. We're on the way up. Luis Enrique is clearly building something really good here. Maybe I can stick around for another year or two. But again, it's a long shot. However, for Neymar, this could be a different story, because Neymar under Luis Enrique is the best Neymar. He was amazing, of course, in those Barca years. Again, going back to that 2015 treble. So in terms of Neymar refining his form, his best form, playing with confidence, playing with the support of the manager, with the staff, all of that can change the dynamic very much so. And even for PSG, because now we kind of know that it would be hard to let Neymar go to the Premier League or somewhere. It would be difficult this summer, I think, and PSG know that by now. They've tried enough, Pini Zahavi has tried enough, and there's not much the response that they were expecting. Luis Enrique arriving, suddenly you can keep Neymar. It would be a happy Neymar to work again with Luis Enrique. Luis Enrique, albeit in 2015, so that's 8 years ago, but got a really good Neymar playing. So could that happen again in Paris? We'll see, but that's certainly, again, for Neymar, this is the best choice of manager that could have been happening this summer.
He's notoriously quite grumpy with the press. Certainly he was in Spain, Jules. How is that relationship going to be, do you think, with regards to the French media?
Yeah, it'd be interesting. Of course, he's ready to try new things. We saw that at the World Cup when he went on, streaming on Twitch to talk about the team, to talk about his training sessions, to talk about everything that he wanted. His cycling, his triathlons, all of that. He's a very interesting character, for sure. I don't know how well Luis knows him. But from the outside, and I've only been in a few press conferences there and there, not much more than that, but he looks interesting. But you're right, he could be ruthless, he could be a bit grumpy. If he doesn't want to talk, he won't give you much. But I think in France, he will have to be quite clever in the way he handles the press, L'Équipe, France Football, Le Parisien, all those people who follow the club so closely every day. It's not a tabloid culture, but at times they can be very critical. And I think for some managers we saw it cost them a lot. And for Luis Enrique, who will have to learn the language quickly, I think, to kind of get on the right side of the press, that would be very important. But he will also have to be very political and intelligent in how he handles the press, for sure.
What's the first phrase he should learn in French, do you think,
here we
Frank?
What do you think, Jules? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, the swear words, let's go that way, for sure. But he won't say the swear words publicly in his press conference or anything.
Right.
But the dynamic is different, and Frank knows it. Like, L'Équipe is obviously a very important newspaper, but in Spain, when you're the Barcelona manager, Mundo Deportivo and Sport are also very important. Whether you brief them off the record, whether you give them a few things there and there. I think in Le Parisien and L'Équipe, certainly you've got two kind of equivalent a little bit of the Catalan newspapers. So he will know how to deal with them. He'll be used to that. I guess in French, he will be focused first on learning the words that he needs tactically for the players to implement his ideas. And then for the press, he can always find a way. And there's a few guys for those newspapers who speak Spanish anyway, who follow the team on a daily basis. So it would be okay. Nothing would be lost in translation. But you're right, it's a very important part of that job, because the Paris press can be very ruthless as well.
Very. Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.